Well, Sam Bradford has to suck it up and stay here in Philadelphia. Just a few things I want to say about this whole thing now that it's all just simmered down for the most part. Sam Bradford has put a target on himself with all of this because he went public, or his agent, whichever one you want to blame here, went public with the fact that I don't want to play here anymore. I want to be traded. I don't like the fact that they traded the house to get Carson Wentz here. That means my days here are numbered. And like I've said before, I understand how Sam Bradford is upset in this whole situation. And frankly, if I was in Sam's shoes, I would ask for a trade as well. But he went the public route with this. He could have let things, just, take their due course behind the scenes, but he went public with this. Now, that puts a target on Sam right now because you have like this much latitude with the fans before you start sucking, before the crowd start booing you, before the crowd start getting impatient, and before the team just says, well, you know what? We're done with you. Get in the game, Carson or Chase, whoever's going to be next is going to be next. I was kind of shocked that they didn't get Sam Bradford traded because I was of the mindset, like if I was someone like the GM of the Broncos, say, we'll just use the Broncos as an example, team that needs a quarterback, starting quarterback. Don't give me that Sanchez shit. I would have rather taken a chance, like trading even just like a third round pick. And frankly, if the Eagles got offered as much as a maximum of a third round pick and they didn't trade Bradford, then they're dumb. They're dumb because they're keeping a guy that's one, disgruntled, and two, like I said, has this much latitude with the fan base and the team itself to be replaced. I would have taken in Bradford to play for a team like the Broncos because, number one, their offense doesn't win games. Their defense does. And frankly, he's an upgrade from the play you got from Peyton Manning last year. A significant upgrade from the play Peyton Manning was giving you last year. And I was surprised. And that's like, I and Sam Bradford and everyone else had the realization that, and I even tweeted this out yesterday, the one main reason why Sam Bradford is coming back here is, frankly, no one wanted him. No one wanted him. No one wanted to trade anything for him, or if they did, it wasn't enough to the Eagles' liking. And it's just, there's no denying that right now. Because I've always been of the mindset that Sam Bradford is not that bad. If you're a fan outside of this team looking in, and all you look at is his quarterback rating, you see it's 31st in the league last year, you're like, oh my God, that's terrible. 14 interceptions, that's not that good. You see things like that, but you know what? If you watch this team and you watch them in practice and you do all the things that I do that I just waste way too much of my life on, I go, this guy is a lot more than his numbers. He doesn't have receivers that stretch the field. He doesn't have receivers that can catch the ball consistently. And his coach, his previous coach, Chip Kelly, fucking sucked. With that shotgun shit on every play, putting the team in formations that weren't conducive to Sam Bradford's style, just so many things against him that I was like, why is Sam Bradford not getting more credit than he has? I mean, the fact that he almost made the playoffs, having no receivers, having terrible play calling, having all that against him, and he still almost made the playoffs, people. I hate to break it to you. So if he sucked that bad, he'd be down with the Cleveland Browns of the league, winning 3, 4, or 5 games each year. And I know there's no denying his past. He's never had a winning season, but there's a big caveat to that in that he's been injured so many times. So I'm just one of these people. And again, I don't think Sam Bradford's going to be the next Joe Montana. Even if he had the next Jerry Rice on his team, he's not going to be the next Joe Montana. But the guy I always thought just didn't get a fair shake. And now we're going to see what he's going to be worth. But again, there's no job to compete for here. There's no job to compete for outside of playing this one season, and that's where I felt the Eagles did him wrong. And I still think they did him wrong. The organization, trading all those pieces to get Carson Wentz here, basically spells out who your next starting quarterback is going to be beyond this season. All right, I mean, outside of Bradford having like a 30 touchdown season with 2 interceptions and 4,000 passing yards. Outside of that minuscule chance of happening, Bradford's not going to be the starting quarterback next year. It wouldn't make any sense. You don't trade this many pieces to move up to number 2 in the draft. 2 players, 5 draft picks, move up to number 2, and you're going to be like, well, Bradford played pretty well. Even if Bradford makes the Pro Bowl, I don't think you're going to see him start the season after next, because you just don't trade the house for a guy. So that's why I'm like, you know what? No wonder he's pissed. There's not even a job for him to compete for in this town anymore. Anyway, I think they can still do good things with Bradford at quarterback. I mean, again, I don't see a Super Bowl this year or anything like that. I'm not going to be unrealistic, but I just have a bad feeling that you're gonna see Sam Bradford end up somewhere, and just I don't know, because if I was Denver, I would have taken him. I don't understand why Denver's going with a reach quarterback and a scrub piece of shit Sanchez into the season. I was like, why didn't Denver offer something that would have been just enough for the Eagles to not turn down the trade? Because again, the second Bradford starts playing bad, his days are so numbered. But if he starts playing good, as like they said on Mike and Mike the other morning, if he's 3-1 at the end of September, everyone's going to forget all this shit that he went public with and not wanting to play here and wanting and demanding a trade and all that good shit. Anyway, hey, it's what we got. It's what we got here in Philadelphia. Again, it's not the most optimistic of outlooks right now. Unless you're full on board the Carson Wentz train, but I'm not hopping on that train until I see what he can do in an actual NFL game. All right, so you could show me all the college highlights you want, but I gotta see what this guy can do in the big leagues. Oh boy, it's just like I always feel like with the Eagles, like there's always so much more drama, like in the off season with cutting Deshaun, cutting LaShawn, or trading LaShawn, and just like all stuff like that year after year after year in the off season when like there's not much major things happen from other teams. I'm like my heart needs to rest. I need an off season here too. I can't. Yeah, I know. I just take this shit way too seriously, and I fully admit that. I spent way too much time in my life with this Philadelphia Eagles team, studying them, just watching them, and oh my God. I need a vacation. I got a big one coming up in the near future. Anyway, have a good day, a better tomorrow, and as always, fuck the Dallas Cowboys and Chip Kelly. Take care, guys.